Do we have to say goodbye to another hero or somebody who put himself out there as a hero? We have another high profile death in the news. What was it? Okay, so Malcolm Jamal Warner. Then we had Ozzy Osbourne, and now Hulk Hogan has died, that you've probably already heard about. One thing about Hulk Hogan, one of the things I sort of appreciated about him, when I say I've been in the news business for a long time. So when you know so much about the people with whom you work and or others in the business, I'm doing the Gavin Newsom hands. And when you know that much, what happens is you gain a healthy contempt, or you're safe. For example, you're working the same story as the guy across the street, and that guy has an entirely different take, fair, fine, and different facts. But you can't have your different facts. You got to use the same facts, and you got to be able to tell people what the news is, right? And so it is when all these years thinking, holy crap, there's so much corruption in the news media business. A lot of political angles. Well, I write for example, a opinion journal online, PJ Media. We're opinion, okay? But I think I've been in the business long enough so that I believe I'm worthy of being able to write down my opinions in a website that's very heavily read. And so I think that's an important thing. But I have to say, Hulk Hogan, I'm circling back to Hulk. Hulk Hogan sued out of existence Gawker. He did that with the help of Peter Thiel, who is a multi-gazillionaire who was one of the founders of PayPal. And of course, he is a financier, and he's a VC out of Silicon Valley, and he's a Trump supporter, actually. And maybe even that was the connection. I don't know. I'm sure Peter Thiel knows his own people and that sort of thing. But Hulk Hogan sued Gawker out of existence. Gawker would print anything. And in fact, they printed and they displayed, showed, whatever, a sex tape of Hulk Hogan back in the old days. And he was horrified. He, worked on his marriage. I mean, it was terrible. This is a person with whom he was married eventually, but it was still so embarrassing to him. And he said, oh yeah, I'm going to sue you guys. And he did. And Peter Thiel just backed him up. And they sued Gawker out of existence. And you may not think that that's very nice of me to say. Why would I wish ill on one of my journalistic partners? Well, when you're not doing anything with ethics, yeah, that's a problem for me. That's a problem. So anyway, Hulk Hogan died, 71 years old. Everybody says, well, he had a heart attack. His heart stopped. I'm going to, as a person who's been in the news for a long, long time, everyone dies when their heart stops. That is the universal way in which somebody can be deemed dead. It's like when somebody goes to the hospital and they say, oh, he's in stable condition. Stable what? Dead stable? I mean, what's going on? Generally speaking, they don't mean dead people, but I've seen that played before. That little trick, that's been played before. So anyway, Hulk Hogan. The last time I saw Hulk Hogan
last week, when they took a shot at my hero, and they tried to kill the next president of the United States. Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania make America great again.
Big thing. And that went on for a minute, USA. And it took a lot of guts for him to do that. Eventually, you can be outed as a Trump supporter. You can be outed as a Republican, but outed as a Trump supporter? Whew. I mean, that may have been as embarrassing in some respects to Hulk Hogan in this way, that you had to put up with a lot of crap in order to be a Trump supporter, in the same way that he had to put with a lot of crap when that sex tape came out. And then he just said, you know what? I'm going to sue these guys. I'm going to get these bastards. And he did.